Launching rainbow on Saturday. Miami Caliente, Chicago going down.
Let's go. This is the place and the time to decide in your mind if you got what it takes for the shine. Yo, don't be wasting the time. Yo, get erased from the line. Yo, lights and the cameras are flashing, fans on their feet, and it's time for some action. Thunder and lightning, they fighting and clashing. High speed chase, race and keep smashing. L, this is Friday Night Football.
Welcome back to Miami. We got Saran Dunmore fans. We got Miami fans here. It's semifinal number 2. Chicago taking on Miami. Let's go down to the field. Jesse James standing by.
I'm down here on the field with Coach Hugo from the Miami Caliente. They're getting ready to take on the Chicago Bliss. Now, your loss against Chicago at the beginning of the season, is this going to have any effect on tonight's game?
Absolutely. We've been waiting all year to get back in Chicago. That game we had in the back of our pocket. We had it ready to rock, and we lost it with a couple minutes left. We're coming after them with a kitchen sink tonight. We're going to have some fun. Last week against Tampa, we were a little bit tight trying to make the playoffs. We're going to be wide open tonight. You're going to see every play we have tonight. Chicago will not win tonight.
Okay, well, we're excited to watch you play, and good luck in tonight's game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach.
It's a lot of fun tonight.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jesse. Let's take a look at our keys to the game. We've got 2 completely different coaching approaches. Chicago's Steve Hack's a blue-collar guy. He'll grind it out with his power running game. And Miami's Bob Hugo, a legendary Florida Gator quarterback, longtime Mike Shanahan pupil. He wants to air it out. Well, Chicago's running game is terrific. Perhaps the best backfield in the league. The power game of Tasha the Tank Pryor, and one of the quickest backs with incredible burst, Saran Dunmore, the sweetheart of Chicago, who's the Ferrari of LFL running backs. And the best quarterback receiver duo in the LFL easily, Miami's Ananka Dixon to Tina Calcavelli. Dixon can kill a defense with her arm or her legs, while Calcavelli's got incredible hands and maybe the game's best possession receiver. Let's take a break. Kickoff's coming up next. Tina Calcavelli will kick off for Miami. Second semifinal, ready to go. LA's already into the Lingerie Bowl. Now, is it going to be Chicago or Miami? We're going to find out right now. Calcavelli ready to kick. Here it comes. A low line drive that Cat Johns will pick up. Johns, a defensive back, gets it out to about the 15 or 16-yard line before she's thrown down. And Tina Calcavelli actually comes up with a tackle. Ellie Cartabiano, maybe the most improved player in the league. From the start of the year to now, Ellie has really come on. And she has got the best backfield in the league. Tasha the Tank Pryor. Watch for Cat Johns, who can catch the ball. Sarah Swanson can catch it. And Showtime, Nikki Lee. That's Tasha Pryor behind Cartaviano. Quarterback is going to give it to the Tank. First play of the game. Here she comes rumbling up the field. She's across the 25 into Miami territory at about the 23-yard line. The first time these two teams met in Chicago, Pryor came around in and just hammered Tina Calcavelli. Tiara Turi, Mascaro, and Stevens, the front three are very good, and they are going to have to stop Tasha Pryor and Saran Dunmore. That's going to be their job. They do, they can win. They don't, Chicago will win. Fakes a give. Cartabiano is going to keep it, and she is very effective. Ellie Cartabiano is not a terrific game quarterback. She can't throw the ball real well. She doesn't run it real well, but she does both of them well enough to be a very, very effective quarterback. She got about 7 yards on that play. Everybody keys on Pryor and Dunmore. Motion. Give goes to Swanson. That's one of their outside line, and she does a great job. That's one of Chicago's favorite plays. They'll give it to that line woman. She comes around the other side and can gain 4, 5, 6 yards. Swanson got about 7 on that one. It's a first down. Jenny Grenier, Taylor Thompson is terrific. She could be all fantasy. And Tina Calcavelli at safety. If you throw it near her, you're in trouble. Pitch goes to the left side. The Tank Pryor gets a couple yards and just pushes people out of the way. Tasha the Tank. And she likes that nickname, by the way. Tasha's told us a couple times that that's her favorite nickname. She likes to be the tank. Give it to the tank, Tasha Pryor again, and she'll get a couple.
On the carry, number 20, Tasha Pryor. On the tackle, number 11, Tina Caccavalli.
Pryor is one of those backs that once she gets up ahead of steam, she'll give you a forearm shiver. She'll give you an elbow as she's run you over. And the snap goes way over her head. Now she's going to get it back to about the 14 or 13-yard line. That was Kat Johns that saved that. Miami very easily, there's Johns, Miami very easily could have picked that one off.
Number 6, Kat Johns recovers a fumble.
So Chicago now in some trouble.
4th down and goal.
With 4th and goal, football at the 14-yard line. Motion comes to the near side. Cardaviano fades back. It's a little pitch play. It goes to the tank. Pryor's got to get around the outside. She does, and she's in. Touchdown, Chicago Bliss. The undefeated Chicago Bliss draw first blood. A little pitch play here. Cardaviano throws that very well. Waited until the defense was almost on her. Throws it out there, and once Pryor gets ahead of steam, you do not want to get in her way. Trust me. Chicago going for 1. Pitch right side. Pryor's got it, and she just waltzes into the end zone. The extra point is good. 7-0 Chicago. 13:55 left in the first half. And Chicago will then go to Saran Dunmore, and Dunmore is the quick back. And she's kind of a scat back. Big difference there. What Chicago brings, and there's Tasha Pryor and Saran Dunmore. Little wardrobe malfunction. And Anka Dixon is a terrific quarterback. She's got an unbelievable arm. Tina Caccavalli is a great wide receiver. The best hands in the league, bar none. Caccavalli is outstanding offense and defense. Dixon, quarterback, will fade back. She's looking to throw it. Now she's going to run. Starts to sprint out, and she slipped and fell down. Had Showtime Lee, Nikki Lee right there, ready to take her down. Morgan McGrath, Taylor Thompson, the tight end, has got great hands. Annette Mascaro can catch the football as well. Miami can throw it, and they will throw it a lot. You saw Dixon wanted to throw it right there. Dixon gets everybody set. Back in that shotgun that they like to do. They're set. She fades back, looks, throws to the right side, and the pass is complete, but going nowhere. Chicago's defense smelled that out very well. Danielle Moynet, the face of the league. She is an outstanding cornerback. Brugino, another safety that plays very well. But it's the front three, the triangle of doom for Chicago. Showtime Lee, Summer Lavalette. Those two up front are just terrific for Chicago. With Brittany Nelson there, the linebacker, that's the triangle of doom for Chicago. And here comes the triangle of doom. Now Dixon's going to keep it. She comes around the right side. She's got a little room. Finally forced out of bounds. Kat Johns there on the stop, among others.
Chased out of bounds by number 19, Deborah Poles.
Deborah Poles there as well. And now 4th down. Football right at the 20-yard line. And most teams are just thinking run here. Miami, they think pass first, run later. This is a run-and-gun offense that Bobby Huco's put in. Key to success for these guys, they want the crowd to be involved. They've got to throw the football well. They've got to be able to find Caccavalli, and Chicago will double-team her all night. This pass is complete, looking for a pass back to Dixon. Chicago read this well as well, and look at this. They're going to drag her out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
Dixon runs upfield, met by a host of Bliss players.
11:39 left. Chicago has taken over on downs, and they've got great field position and the lead here in Miami. We'll take a break and be right back. So Chicago ball now at the Miami 21-yard line. And Chicago in pretty good shape early in this game. A turnover like this where Chicago can get up by 2 scores can be huge. Well, let's see what they do. That's Saran Dunmore, the back that's in for Chicago. Little pass that goes to Deborah Poles. Poles has got it across the 20, just runs over one tackler. She's got it inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. Boy, Poles just ran over the first tackler.
Pass was complete to number 19, Deborah Poles.
Poles, a wide receiver, also a safety from Chicago. Tina Calcavelli on the stop. Gain of about 7 on the play, make it second down. Pitch, and it's a give back. This is Poles again. She's trying to get around the corner and just can't quite get away. Ananka Dixon, the quarterback there to knock her out of bounds. Saran Dunmore hosts a fitness show in Chicago, and at the last game for Chicago, after a touchdown, she was doing 1-arm push-ups. Very impressive. Pitch goes to Dunmore. She comes around the right side. Look at her get through the hole, and a flag goes down. She's got it down to about the 7-yard line, and Miami's still fighting for it. That's Calcavelli. That's holding on Chicago. Anna Junot called for the hold. So they lose 5 on the play, and it's back to the 15 at first and goal.
First and 15. Let's go, people, make some noise, let's go!
Fake a handoff. Quarterback keeper, and she's going nowhere. Going absolutely nowhere. Miami read that very well. Dara Turley, outstanding defender. There's Turley right there. Just listen in.
Number 20, Sarah
Second down. Cardaviano making sure she read this right. Makes you wonder. Now she fades out, throws. It's caught. And down inside the 15 to about the 12 or 13. And let's take a look at this Miami defense. Early in the year, they struggled. Since then, they have gotten very good. They read the offense very well, and they finish. They absolutely tackle hard. They hit hard. Look at this. Oh, man. That's how they are. Third down and 10. Football right at the 10-yard line. Third and goal. Cardaviano. Give goes to Dunmore, trying to come around the right side, and there's just nowhere to go. Calcavelli finished off the tackle, and now it's fourth down. So fourth down. And Chicago needs a touchdown here. You hate to give it back. You got a gift at the 20-yard line, and Chicago's just been unable to do much of anything. Now she's looking to pass. It's a shovel pass, the same one that went for a touchdown, and this time Miami read it very well. Belinda Alfonso was right there for the stop. Dunmore just had no chance. And Miami will take over on downs now. Big break for the Caliente. Playing down in Miami, and this crowd is nuts for their team. The thing about Miami, they got multiple weapons on offense. Dixon's terrific. Tina Calcavelli, again, best hands in the league. Taylor Thompson, then Mascaro. This is a very, very talented team. Dixon's on a keeper. Comes around the right side looking for some room, and look at this. Look at Chicago's defense. Gang tackle. There is nowhere to go. We talked about it earlier with Chicago. The triangle of doom in the front is just terrific. Deborah Poles is one of those that can finish. Nikki Showtime Lee, they're so strong up front. And then Brooke Finicky, their linebacker. That's Brooke right there. They are just outstanding up front. Miami ball, they've got motion. That's Calcavelli going to the outside. Dixon fades back. She's looking, now she's gonna run it, tucks it. Oh, makes a nice move, cuts back outside, and then she's driven out of bounds. Nice play by Dixon. It's gonna be about an 11-yard gain. Cat Johns among others on the stop, and Miami's got a first down. Dixon gets right in amongst her teammates. And the fans love it. First down. Yeah, baby. Coming up on 7 minutes left here in the first half. Dixon. Give goes right up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. That's McGrath. I think Morgan McGrath, isn't it? Yeah. That's the backup quarterback, Morgan McGrath, who came in as a running back and missed her coming in. She's in now.
I was on that side on that one, y'all.
For a second, we could hear the play call. You always like that kind of thing, right? Football down at the 18-yard line. Second down and a long 3. Dixon looks over the defense, fakes the handoff. Now she's going to keep it. Oh, nice move, goes around to the outside, and she's down near the 10-yard line and still going, and finally driven out of bounds. She made a great cutback that got her free and probably got her about 6, 7, 8 more yards. Cat Johns on the stop, but that's a first down for Miami. First and goal for the Caliente. Morgan McGrath still in there as a running back. That's her on the far side. I'm sorry, that's her on the near side. McGrath. Dixon on a keeper, and somebody got confused there. I'm not sure what happened, but there was a little confusion. Let's see if we can hear it.
Good job. Good job.
Danielle Moyne. Finicky. Moyne's on the far side there at about the 5-yard line. She's a corner. He's got one play. Let's see if they do it. Nope. It's just going to be a power run game to the right side, and she'll get a couple yards. Miami's famous. One of the plays they run almost every game is they'll put 3 or 4 backs behind her, 3 backs behind. The quarterback will go in and sneak in. Everybody bends over, and they pass the ball around so you don't know who's got it, and then they all break. You're not sure who's got the football. Wouldn't be surprised to see something like that. 3rd and goal. Front 3 for Miami. There's Dixon. Fades back. Looking. Now in some trouble, and she is sacked. How about that? A big-time sack back at the 11-yard line. Nikki Lee with the sack. Hold the phone. We got penalty. Penalty flags are flying and players are screaming at each other. The officials will talk this over and we'll get the call. Maybe offsetting is where this may go. Dixon very slow to get up. She was rattled a little bit on that one.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul on each team, number 7 on the defense, number 7 on the offense. They occurred after the play. They offset. It's 4th down.
Morgan McGrath and Danielle Moyne on the offsetting penalty. Since it's after the play counts, and the penalties are not a big factor. And for Chicago, that's a big deal. I guess for both teams, it's a big deal. But imagine if Moyne gets that penalty and Miami's got it 1st and goal at the 1. helping Dixon off the field. She's really shaken up. And we've got a timeout. We'll take it with them. 7-0 Chicago. Dixon back on the field. There was some concern there that she may not be able to continue, but she is back on the field. She'll roll out to the right side looking, lobs this one toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown! Jenny Grenier, a 5'1" wide receiver with the catch. She looked like Tina Cacavelli the way she got that one. Look at this catch. It's not a well-thrown ball. She kind of lobs it up. But it is caught. Grenier with the touchdown. 7-6 Chicago now. And these one-point conversions now are almost getting to be automatic. You just go to the strong side and follow those blockers. It's something that the college pros teach very well, and that's blocking upfield for your receivers. And the right side looks to be the favored side. Number 11, Calcavelli, the wide receiver, is a very good blocker. And Dixon cuts back inside. The extra point's good. And we're tied at 7 with 3:39 left. Dixon's going to pose for the photographer. Oh, gosh. So 7-all with 3:39 left in the first half. And the Miami coach is very pleased to be tied at 7 and very pleased that Dixon's okay. Now Chicago comes over for a little huddle. Miami doing the same thing. Chicago, you would think, would hang on to the ball for a while. That's one of the things that the Bliss is very good at. They can run the ball and run it very well. Keith Hack and his staff have developed a team that's every component of the championship. A great running game, a consistent passing game, and a defense that can be very dominant at times. And again, we've talked about the backfield. Tasha the Tank Pryor and Saran Dunmore. That great contrast, but great power and speed back there. And it looks like, yeah, that's Tasha Pryor back there now. Cardabiano rolls out, looking. Now she's going to tuck and run, and thrown down hard. Cardabiano went down very hard. Garrett Turley, the train just fired her down, and Cardabiano is up and going back toward the huddle. Let's look at this again, coming right at you into your living room. Boom, she's thrown down and thrown into that metal support. And it took her a minute to get up. Now a pitch goes to the right side. Pryor cuts back. She's at the 20, 25. Look at her just carry the defenders. She's down near the 21-yard line. Little wardrobe fixing as she gets up. So Pryor with a 15-yard run there. First down, Chicago. They stay with those two backs. And Cardabiano on a keeper now. And look at the hole that they've created. She's got a nice gain down about the 15-yard line. Cardabiano is so successful because of the running of Pryor and Dunmore. They're so good that the defense really doesn't focus on Cardabiano. Cardabiano fakes the give. Now pitches it right side. Pryor just pulls her way ahead. And there's Tina Calcavelli. And Calcavelli likes that little extra shot. She likes that little extra elbow, the knee to the chest, whatever it is that she can do. Calcavelli loves to play this game, and she's really good at it. Minute 57 left, our 2-minute warning. We will take a break. 7-all, Chicago and Miami. back Miami and Chicago. LA's already in. The winner of this one goes to lingerie ball number 7. There's Shirley. Let's listen to her here. Shirley right there in the middle. Pitch goes to the left side. And Saran Dunmore gets driven out of bounds. We'll have to see where they say that happened. Dunmore, very enthusiastic player. Chicago fans just love her. She did those one-arm push-ups. The place went absolutely crazy. We'll see if she can score here, what she's able to do. Pitch goes to the right side, Dunmore, and she gets maybe a couple. Miami doing a good job defensively. You know where the ball's going to go. Rebecca Dixon actually on the stop there. So second down and goal. Make it third down, sorry. Third down and about 3. And the give was to a line woman, and she goes in for the touchdown. Nobody saw her. How about that? Nikki Showtime Lee with the quick handoff fooled all of our cameramen, but there's Lee in for the touchdown. 13-7 Chicago, and they will go for 1. Dunmore is the back. Dunmore comes around the right side, and she is in for the extra point. Saran Dunmore goes in, and it's 14-7 Chicago. Now these two running backs, Dunmore and Pryor, are just so good. Here's Dunmore. Watch the burst of speed. And then here is Tasha the Tank Pryor. Look out, don't get in her way. She will run you over. And Dunmore's so quick, so absolutely just bursts of speed. Boom, there's that forearm we talked about. There's another one. And again, there's these two are just so much fun to watch. They love playing football. Lingerie League football. Minute 43 left now in the first half. Miami will get it. First down. Dixon comes around the right side and got a couple there, maybe 3 or 4 yards, something along those lines. Deborah pulls on the stop. And Dixon, again, very slow to get up. Dixon got shaken up earlier. If you just joined us, Dixon got shaken up a little bit earlier. And came back in and is now playing defense, playing both ways, but she is doesn't seem to be the same. Wide receiver split to both sides. Dixon will fade back. All kinds of pressure. Throws and the pass is caught. It's like Taylor Thompson. Yep, Taylor Thompson. Danielle Moyne on the stop.
Dixon's pass complete to Cockavalley.
Let's take a watch again. Listen.
Get some! Get some!
Danielle Moyne, one of the corners for the Chicago Bliss. Third down. And looked like we had illegal motion, no flags on the field. Now Dixon rolls out, great blocking. Dixon still trying to get away, looking to throw it. She's in deep trouble. Now look at rolls around the right side. She's got some room. Oh, what a hit. I'm not sure who got the worst of that. Dixon got hit hard by Deborah Poles, and both of them went down hard. Dixon does a great job to stay away from the line. Now runs around the right side, had some room, and then Poles and Dixon in a huge collision. 9 seconds left. And you got to think this is looking for one player. Watch number 11, Tina Calcavelli. She can be double teamed, she can be triple teamed. Dixon is still going to try and get it to the receiver with the best hands in the league. And Chicago will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Last plays coming up. All right, 9 seconds left. Let's see what Miami can do. An incomplete pass, and they probably got time for 2. Dixon fades back, fakes a pass, stands there a long time. This will be the last play. Looking into the end zone, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Nice job by the Chicago defensive backfield. That's Cat Johns who knocked it away. We are at halftime here. Lingerie game number 2, first half stats are numbered. Chicago threw it a little bit better, ran it a little bit better, 4 first downs each, very similar, but Chicago got that second touchdown. Halftime, we'll break, coming right back. All right, Cat Johns ready to kick. No surprise, Tina Cacavelli back deep to receive. And here's look at this, a low bounding kick. Cacavelli has to wait, takes it on the bounce. Now here she comes, across the 5 to the 10, she's almost down. Now she cuts back, she's got some room. Oh, a big time game tag, a saving tackle there. Cacavelli was on a roll.
Holding, return team. 5 yards from the end of the run. First down, Miami.
So Miami first down.
Miami backed up 5 yards to result in a penalty. It'll be first down and 10. Caliente.
So they've got it and they're ready to roll.
All right, y'all, this ain't a tennis match. Get on your feet and make some noise, people. Let's go.
Tanaka Dixon, their all-fantasy quarterback. Again, got a little rattled in the first half. Let's see how she is here after she had a little time to rest. Receiver split to both sides. Dixon fades back. All kinds of pressure. It's a screen pass and it's incomplete. Now Chicago rushed 3 defenders there. Let's see if there's a penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 11. 10-yard penalty, first down.
The roughing the passer called against Brooke Finicky, the linebacker, but Chicago rushed 3 defenders, so it could have been either one of those. Now, here's a key now. The Bliss secondary has got to step up against this Miami air attack. This is the time right now where that secondary is really going to come into play. Dixon fades back, looks, throws. That's Thompson who's got it. She's down near the field. Oh, no, she's not. She fights forward. She's going to get it down inside the 15, down near the 14-yard line. Taylor Thompson with great second effort. Looked like she was going down. Just continues to fight forward. And that's a first down. Dixon again wants to throw. Now she's going to tuck and run. And let's see where they say she went out of bounds.
Chased out of bounds by number 11, Brooke Finicky.
Brooke Finicky on the tackle.
Play results in a first down for the Caliente.
And Caliente can do it through the air, but Dixon's legs are what's going to carry them, I'm guessing. Little screen pass, it's deflected and incomplete.
It falls incomplete. It'll be second down and goal.
Intended for Taylor Thompson. She's becoming a favorite target of Dixon. So 2nd and 10. With 15 and a half left, Chicago up 14-7. The winner plays Super Bowl Sunday in Lingerie Bowl 7. Dixon, high snap, she's in trouble. Now uses those feet, look at her go. She's inside the 10, knocked out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Dixon did a nice job there. Started dancing around that left side, and now it's 3rd and goal at the 5-yard line. Miami looking to punch one in here and tie it up. Brooke Finicky, the linebacker, number 11, part of that triangle of doom for Chicago. Dixon fades back, rolls out to the right side, now throws it, looking at the end zone, and it is incomplete, almost intercepted. And then see Cat Johns gives Tina Calcavelli a little shot after the play's over. Johns had a chance at that, just couldn't quite hang on. Let's see it again. Dixon rolls out to the right side. Now she kind of lobs this one up, and it is fought for between Calcavelli and Johns just couldn't quite come up with it. Well, it's 4th down. This is a big play for Miami. 4th and 5. The 6th play of this drive. Chicago wants Moynier, the cornerback, to come in a little bit tighter. Now Dixon rolls out, comes back, tries to get around Moynier, looking for an opening, throws it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. And they turn it over to Chicago on downs. Big time stop by the Bliss at their own 5-yard line. So Chicago takes over with 13:44 left and a chance to really put a big-time score on the board here. Tasha the Tank Pryor back at her own 1-yard line. Cardaviano, the quarterback. Fakes a give, now rolls out to the right side, get a flag down. Cardaviano wants to throw it and finally throws it away. A very smart job by her to throw it away.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty against Miami. One of the safeties was not 10 yards deep, which is the rule. That's where you've got to line up. So Chicago gets 5 yards and it remains 1st down. Cardaviano now is going to keep it, and she's going nowhere. Thrown down hard. We've talked about that Miami defense. Garrett Turley right there. You hear her back up. She's trying to be a captain of that defensive front. Cat Johns with it. Johns trying to get away, and there's nowhere to go. There's the swarming Miami defense, and they get her back at about the 3 or 4 yard line. We'll see where they say she went down. That Miami defense with a big-time play right there.
On the run, number 6, Cat Johns, met by a host of Caliente players. Number 10,
Coaches talking to their players.
Play resumes will be 3rd down and 5 for the Bliss.
That's Miami. There's Chicago. And really, they've been so good. Nothing short of a lingerie bowl appearance in a championship will suffice for the Windy City that has really gotten behind their team. Chicago had great attendance in a blizzard. Their 2nd game in Chicago, had it not been for the blizzard, you can guess might have been a sellout. They had a terrific crowd in Chicago for their 2nd game. Actually, the 1st game was well attended, but the 2nd game was loud and fun. All right, 3rd and long. They're actually going to put her at the 8-yard line. I think that's very generous. Fakes a give. Cardaviano fades back, looking long, throws, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Miami. Taylor Thompson's got it, and she brings it to the Chicago 15-yard line. Taylor Thompson, a seldom used player before this game, has come up and played big for the Caliente. Cardaviano faded back, had time, stepped up and threw, and she just reached up and grabbed it. And then evaded one tackler. Got another 5, another 10 yards. She just keeps fighting forward. She is going to be a player for this team the rest of this game and maybe in the championship game on Super Bowl Sunday. Football at the 15-yard line. 12:37 left. Dixon fakes a give, now rolls out, wants to throw, looks up, steps, throws, and it's incomplete. Threw into triple coverage, looking for Tina Calcavelli. And again, if you're going to look for something like that in traffic, Calcavelli is the one you're going to throw it to. So the pass incomplete. make it second down. Dixon with a little smile. Did you see that? See the little smile she had as they were walking out of the huddle? Dixon fades back. Steps up, throws, and it's picked off by Chicago. It is picked off by the Bliss.
Dixon's pass. Intercepted by number 4,
I say number 4, it's 14, and I don't have a 14 on my roster.
First down and 10.
I didn't recognize whoever it was, but it's Chicago ball, and they've got it at the 12-yard line. Now let's see if they grind this out. Football handed off, and just a nice gain across the 20 out to about the 21-yard line.
On the carry, number 2, Sarah Swanson.
Sarah Swanson with the carry. I didn't see that was the handoff. I didn't see it. Chicago is really, Ellie Cardaviano is really good at that, and the Chicago coaches have done a great job of that little play where they hand off to the line and they get big yardage. It's a 9-yard gain. The pitch goes to the right side, and there's nowhere to go. Pryor had it, fumbled it, and then just fell on it, which is the smart thing to do.
On the carry, number 20, Tasha Tank Pryor.
Fumbled the snap. Now Cardaviano is going to just try and get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about what she'll do. A little extra after the play's over. Cardaviano's not going to have any part of it.
Ellie Cardaviano on the tackle, number 12, Anaka Dixon. 4th down.
4th and 2. Little pitch play goes to the right side, and we're going to see where they mark her going out of bounds. Deborah Poles with the catch, and I think she's got enough for the first down. Yes, first down. First down, Chicago. And this is their kind of drive.
Pass complete to Finnick, on the tackle.
Football at the 23-yard line. Pitch goes left side. There's the tank. There's Tasha Pryor. Bodies will fly. Tempers flare. You can tell this is the semifinals. The winner's going to the Lingerie Bowl, and both of these teams are fired up.
Illegal formation on the defense. That penalty's declined, resulting in a play second down.
Second time that they have not been 10 yards back, and that's another penalty. That's going to move the football down to the 18-yard line. Look at Chicago. They're ready to go. Cardaviano, little pitch, and it's loose. And Pryor just could fall on it. And a personal foul.
Blow over the helmet. 10-yard penalty. First down.
You tripping, man. Well, let's see. She started to go to the right. The pitch came to the left. Did she hit her in the helmet? Yeah, shot to the helmet. And so it's a big first down for Chicago. And for the Bliss, Saran Dunmore checks in. Dunmore gets away from one. Look at those legs still going.
Number 10 on the carry, Saran Dunmore. Slowed up by
Dunmore may have gotten a yard on that one, and it was all effort to get that yard.
Second down and 9.
Second and 9, yep. Give her about a yard. Fake, and here comes Dunmore along the right side. She gets down to about the 15-yard line. And 3 Miami defenders there on top of her, including Anaka Dixon, who helps her up.
Anaka Dixon, number 2, Nicole Madonna.
Little good nature. Yeah, you play hard, but you're willing to help your opponent up when the play's over. And then you tell your opponent, glad you're back up, get ready to go back down again. 3rd and 7 now for Chicago. Give goes to Dunmore right up the middle, and she's going to be down at about the 12-yard line, and it will be a 4th down.
On the carry, number 10,
With 9 minutes left. Is that a timeout by Chicago? Yeah, they're going to talk it over. Last time these two teams met, Chicago won 29-19. But what Miami didn't use in that game were Dixon's legs, Ananka Dixon, their quarterback. They didn't really use her legs and allow her to run. But Chicago's the number 1 ranked team now since that opener. Miami's really improved. Dixon has been terrific, but Tierra the Train Turley is the one that's come on and been outstanding and really made a difference for them. Bob Bucco, their head coach, talking to the ladies about what he wants them to do here. 4th down, 4th, and let's call it about 4 yards to go. See the clock, 9:03 left. Cardabiano gets the play. Chicago, let's see what they've got up their bag of tricks, because this is going to be their big play. Little fake. Pitch to the left side. It's caught. Brianna Juno with it. She's got the 1st down and more. Seldom used Brianna Juno. How about that? And Juno just continues to fight forward and gets high fives from her teammates. Heck yeah, that's a big time play. How about the center catching a pass? You see that in college or the NFL? Well, they love that. Here's the pitch. The tank. Asha Pryor's into the end zone for the touchdown. A big Chicago touchdown. And it is 20-7. And here she is, the most muscular pose, Tasha Pryor, the tank. Look at the official. Yeah, he's like, okay, finish up, please. Here's the tank coming around the right side. You want to get in her way? Heck no, you don't want to get in her way. 20-7, and let's see what Chicago does for an extra point to make it 21-7. They're going for 1, and it's going to be a direct snap. Oh, no, here comes Cardabiano. I thought they were going to do a direct snap. Cardabiano fumbles it, it's loose, and Miami will come up with it. There's no return. Wait a minute, did Chicago get in? That's very close. She is right on the goal line. And no, they say she didn't quite get in. You saw the official get right down and look to see if any part of that ball had crossed the goal line. Now they're going to talk.
The extra point is no good. The fumble rule applies to extra points. Only the fumbler can recover the ball.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Steve. So 20-7. I still applaud the official. He got right in to see if that any part of that ball had gotten over the goal line. Well, Miami now in a must-score situation. Chicago up by 2 scores, and Miami has got to get something going.
Come on.
Bob go run and gun. Miami needs to keep pace now. One thing Chicago can do is with that running game, they can take a big chunk out of the clock. Dixon fades back, looks, throws. It's caught. Calcavelli with it, and she's driven down. Deborah Poles on the stop, but Calcavelli is there with the first, not a first down. She gained about 6 yards on the play. Make it 2nd and 4. You got to admire these ladies who play both ways, especially offense and defense. Out there trying to score, trying to hit people. This is a game that has really caught on and is a lot of fun to watch. Dixon gets him set. It's a give that goes to the left side. Morgan McGrath with it. She's across the 25 into Chicago territory. Brooke Finicky, among others, on the tackle for the Bliss.
On the carry, number 7, Morgan McGrath. On the tackle, number 8, Summer number 11, Brooke Finicky.
So Miami now trying to roll a little bit offensively. First down. Dixon gets the hike. Rolls out to the right, now rolls out to the left. And a good job by the Chicago defense, and they finish her off. Right at the 20-yard line. Summer Lavalette and Nikki Lee, part of that triangle of doom we've been talking about all game. Right there on the stop. Danielle Moynier held her ground and forced Dixon to stay inside where those two big line women were able to make the stop.
Let's go.
That's Danielle Moynier right there. All right, second down. So it's 2nd and 8. Dixon looking to throw, throws across the middle, it's complete. Oh, and she just dragged down. Caught by Taylor Thompson, who has been a big-time player in this game, a major factor. And she was just thrown down immediately as soon as she caught it. Make it 2nd and 2. The Chicago secondary has got to step up now, because Miami is just rolling right down the field. They only got 7 points, but they've moved the ball very well. Clock running, coming up on 5 minutes left. Anka Dixon. And most of this will be
Offense,
offside.
number 3, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Denny Vermeer on the penalty. 5:15 left. 20-7 Chicago. And the Bliss with a big 3rd down right here on defense. Dixon fades back. Chicago rushes 3, and the pass is incomplete.
Flag on the play.
Illegal defense, 3 blitzers, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Yep, good call. You can't rush 3. Chicago's gotten away with it, I think, twice so far in the game. This time the officials catch it, and the penalty is called against Chicago. So now 3rd down and a long yard to go. Dixon calls out the play. Wants to throw, she's in trouble, evades one tackler, now in more trouble, and she's going down. That Chicago defensive front does the job again, and Dixon very slow to get up. Nikki Lee and the Chicago defense, big time on that one, those front 2. And it's 4th and 5. Showtime, Nikki Lee. Clock running, 4.5 left now. The winner to Lingerie Bowl 7. Dixon looks over the defense. Fades back. Looking. Still looking. Steps up, throws, and it is incomplete. Knocked down. And incomplete. The Chicago defense holds their ground. Deborah Poles knocked it down. And it is Chicago ball. They turn it over on downs. And remember what we talked about with that Chicago offense. Chicago can just run that ball and run it to death. Saran Dunmore is in as the running back. There you see Saran. Cartabiano pitches to Dunmore. She'll come around the right side. The offense does a nice job. And look at Dunmore just continue to fight forward. And she's down near the 20-yard line. Saran Dunmore, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort. And look at her, first down marker. Great job by the Chicago offense to get some blocking downfield, and Dunmore just kept those legs going. First down. There's the give to the line woman, and Miami read that pretty well. Nowhere to go that time. He always raises those hands like, hey, I didn't give her that extra shot. Showtime Lee on the Yankee Lee. And Chicago just continues to run the clock. They just want that clock to keep going just like it is. Give right side, Dunmore, she's inside the 15, inside the 10, look at her go, just fights forward, down near the 7 or 8 yard line. Dunmore, very happy, first down, she'll tell you. Clock down to 2:40 left. And on the Miami sideline, they got to start thinking about, okay, what can we do here to try and make something happen? Dunmore comes around the left side, nowhere to go. They force her out of bounds. And we're going to have the 2-minute warning here pretty quick. 20-7 Chicago. The Bliss with it. And they're getting together, but I don't think there's going to be another play. Yep, we'll get a timeout. 20-7 Chicago. It'll be 2nd down and 7 when we come back. The Bliss in control here in the second semifinal game in Miami. We'll take a break, coming right back. Two minutes left. 2nd down and 7. Cartabiano wants to make sure of that play. Goes to the right side, and Dunmore with nowhere to go. She got tripped up and actually did get tripped by somebody's leg. Might have been more of a leg whip, I'm not sure, but she's tripped up, and now it's 3rd down. And after a loss of a couple on the play. Chicago lining up right over the ball. Clock continues to run. Miami's got to decide, when do we use that timeout? It is very precious. 3rd down. She'll fade back. Pitch, and it's intercepted. Look out. She's got some room. She's to the 20 and finally knocked out of bounds. Saran Dunmore with a huge stop. It was intercepted. Belinda Alfonso with the INT. Watch this play. Looking for that little pitch play. She read it perfectly. And if Dunmore doesn't catch her, look at the athleticism from Dunmore to knock her out of bounds. If Dunmore doesn't, it's a Miami score, and they're rolling. Well, Miami right back in it. They were facing elimination. Now they're right back in it. They score a touchdown. We'll tell you about the onside kick rule. They can do that. Dixon on a keeper comes to the right side. She's got some room. And the clock's going to continue to run. And for Miami, that's not good at all. Deborah Poles on the stop. 2nd and 10, under a minute left. They've got to hurry. Remember, the winner of this goes to Lingerie Bowl 7 on Super Bowl Sunday. Dixon fades back, looks, now rolls out. She's going to run. She starts to throw, and the ball's loose. The ball was loose, and I think Chicago got it. The only question, was it forward pass or was it a fumble? And the officials say fumble, and it is Chicago ball. Oh, how about that? With 25 seconds left, Miami has a timeout, but it's not going to matter. The Chicago Bliss defense with a big stop right there. And Dixon very disappointed. Chicago doesn't have to do much of anything. Miami's got a timeout, and Chicago's got 4 down. The ladies of Chicago are very, very happy. Barring something unforeseen, they are going to play in the Lingerie Bowl. And they stay undefeated, the only undefeated team in the league. Pitch goes to the right side. Dunmore, and Dunmore goes out of bounds. She went out of bounds to stop the clock.
We would like to congratulate
Tasha Pryor, number 1.
From the Chicago Bliss, number 20, Tasha.
Tasha the Tank Pryor named the MVP of the game. There she is. The Tank. 9 rushes, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Look at her. She does those most muscular poses. Tasha, very happy. There's the kneel down, and that ought to do it. The Chicago Bliss are going to the arena. This is a terrific game for them. And Miami calls their timeout with 10 seconds left. You're Bob Huco, why not? You never know. You get a fumble. There's all kinds of things can happen. You don't quit until it's all over. Chicago looking to go to Lingerie Bowl number 7. It should be just one more kneel down by Ellie Cardaviano. But you got to get that done. Big smile. There's Tasha Pryor with a smile on the wing. Saran Dunmore with some hard words for Ellie Cardaviano. Same thing. You just kneel down. That's all you have to do. There it is. Now Miami out of timeouts, and Chicago will realize in a second this is over. Lingerie Bowl 7 coming up. It'll be LA and Chicago. LA, one of the surprise teams in the league. Chicago has been dominant from the start, the number 1 ranked team. Final numbers, look at those. Yardage for Chicago. Rushing yards almost 100, nearly doubled the passing yards, 14 first downs. That's that power game that we talked about, and a couple sacks, and the Chicago Bliss are going to the Lingerie Bowl. Eastern Conference champs 2010. Let's go down to Jesse on the field.
Hi, this is Jesse James. We're down here on the field with Chicago Bliss. You guys did a wonderful job. I love the energy and the attitude. Tell me, what was your motivation in winning tonight's game? That's been our plan all season long, was to come out here and win. We have one more game to go, so we're not going to celebrate too hard. We have one more game to play to win it all, and that's what we're going for. Yes, it's very good to stay humble. So congratulations, and I'm with Tasha the Tank. Tasha, you proved it tonight. You ran through these girls like a bullet. How does it feel to go to the Lingerie Bowl?
Oh, it's wonderful. We came down here. We knew that's what we came down here for. We got talked to pretty bad at halftime again by our coach. We came out here, we got the job done, and we plan on doing it Saturday night as well.
So Chicago and LA will play for the championship, the Lingerie Bowl, on Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see you right back here. Good night, everybody.